Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lunchbox Tarot. I decided a series called Lunch where I would come on live lunchtime. I wanna say for right now, my goal is to do it Monday through Friday every day, but of course we know there are times life will get in the way. I'm gonna promise it, but that's my goal to come on Monday through Friday at lunchtime, noon on the East Coast. I'm in Eastern time zone in the US. And come on live in order to give tarot readings for that day. So we'll look at the energy of today for each sign of the zodiac. And, um, you know, live, of course, is a format that lends itself to chit chat in the comments and stuff like that. Because as I started to think about it, like, if you work a 9 to 5 where you're actually in the office these days, because we know about the virus, right, has changed the landscape of work for a lot of people. So if you think about it, Monday through Friday when you're in the office, and I think about when I used to go to the office, a lot of days I did have little lunch dates or lunch partners that I would go out to lunch with in the office, and that was always fun. But then there were those days where I didn't have that, or those days where, um, I'd be eating my lunch at my desk alone, right? And so it would have been nice to have something to tune into. And since most people are in the office with their phones and they can go live with us, I thought this would be a really great thing. And then, plus, it's a great energy check in for that day because how many times have you gotten to lunchtime and there's something going on for you that day and you kind of want to have some indication of how things are going to go, right? Or that kind of thing. So that's how Lunchbox Tarot or Tarot Lunchbox is born, okay? And so I encourage you to check out the lives, you know, and tune in. And I encourage you to really get involved in the comments and let's make this a community, a conversation, and if this, Eastern time zone 12 noon doesn't work for you as far as your lunchtime, at least check us out on your lunchtime. It is something to do. All right, so let's just really, it's a way, I think, too, for me. I've been trying to come up with ways to really, bring the tribe together. We're building a tribe here. Bring the tribe together and really have us interacting as a tribe. So you may see many more live type readings from me. I'll still be doing pre-recorded readings as well, but you'll definitely be seeing more lives because I really want to interact with you guys. I get individually a lot of messages from you as individuals, and I truly appreciate it. Like the love is real, and I love it. So I want everyone to feel that. Like, so let's keep our comments in the comments respectful. That's really the rule that we're gonna be guided by, and just have a good time and encourage each other and make each other laugh and make each other think and that kind of stuff. So let's just be adults and well behaved adults as far as that's concerned, okay? All right, so we're going to go through and let me move you here a little bit. Woo, so sorry. Oh, so sorry. You fell over there. Forgive me for that. All right, so let's move you back a little bit and adjust you so you have a clear view here of the board. And let me get you together. My tripod broke. And so I've got it kind of rigged up here and trying to hold on. I'm going to order a new one tonight. So, um, yeah. All right. So let's get some Lunchbox Tarot going. Or Tarot Lunchbox. I think I'm going to call it Tarot Lunchbox. Um, for my collectives, for all my collectives, spirit. Let's get some messages on the board for all my collectives. I think what I'm going to do here is pull an oracle card for the energy of today as a day, and then I'll go into each individual sign and we'll see how that's expressed through each individual sign. All right, so today's energy overall comes through with this message. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. All right. This is talking to me about a clearing of the way. Like, clearing of the way has occurred for many of you, in which you can now start to move forward in some things that were seemingly stuck before. Okay. So this is good news for many of you. And for those of you, I'm hearing in my ear, for those of you who may spiritually been trying to address blockages that have been going on in your life, this is an indication, a heads up from spirit, that the work that you've been doing spiritually to clear your path, to open your roads, has started to take effect for many of you. Okay, so just a message that came through here from spirit. All right, so now we want to take a look at the tarot, and let's dig in for each individual sign. And I think I'm going to start with Sagittarius. Let's start with our Sagittarius. So spirit, let's get some messages on the board for my beautiful Sagittarians who are tuning in to Tarot Lunchbox today. What should they know about their energy for this day? What do you have for my beautiful Sagittarius? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Sagittarius, followed by the Fool in the reverse, followed by Ace of Wands in the reverse. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius, what do you have going on here? Sagittarius, this is talking about an energy of, you know, perhaps some foolish actions, or some, I'll say, ill-guided or misguided actions of recent days have led to you being in a place where it feels like your world is a little bit upside down at this point, right? Things aren't showing up and people aren't supporting you in a way that seems healthy, or in the way that you would want. And I'm looking here, and this wallet here on the Fool card caught my eye, and with it being in the reverse, it looks like the wallet is falling away, or the contents of the wallet are falling away. So some of you may encounter here some type of financial loss today. So I would take extra care, and I'm hearing lost wallet particularly. So I would take extra care, Sagittarius, to make sure that you are mindful of your belongings, where you're putting things, because I not only like it could be like monetary loss, but I feel like loss of a possession that is of some value, or at least valuable to you. So, you know, you see many items here falling away. So that's just indicating to me like there could be some loss that happens today. Be very mindful as you place things. Like, I'm the worst for this. Like, if I don't put my wallet and my keys in the exact same space in my home, you know, and as soon as I use them, make sure I return them to that space, I literally am walking around not able to find these things. I could spend a half hour or more of my time trying to find it. So this seems in some regards the same thing. Like it may be as simple as misplacing your keys and not being able to get to an appointment, where that appointment, not being able to get there causes it to be canceled, causing you some kind of financial hit. It could be as simple as that, or it could be as much as actually losing cash or losing a valuable possession and not being able to recover it. So that is the energy of today. There is a draining effect here, as in that type of activity could cause some type of disruption of your household, right? Like, I don't know who would do this, but we all handle our finances differently. But this is just an example that's coming to mind. Like, say you had money for a bill in cash and you went out about your day knowing you're going to at some point pay this bill, and now you've lost this cash in the process of your day, of being out and about during your day. It would cause some type of hardship possibly on your household, right? So things like that, being mindful of where things are and that they are squarely and safely in your possession. For others of you, unfortunately, I can see some type of intrusion of the home, right? Where a loss is occurred, whether that's someone, and I hate to sound this alarm bell, but it's really here. So I need to speak to it. It won't be all of you, of course. This may be very few of you, maybe even just one of you, but a break in, right? Or what could affect more of you in more general, because I do see these two lines of a storyline here, is that there's someone who enters your home or someone who's in your home who actually take something from you that doesn't belong to them, right? So there's a loss here indicated today, um, Sagittarius, and it just kind of leaves you feeling unmotivated. It kind of drains the energy out of you. So, as mindful, you've been forewarned, and that's what we need to do, be forewarned, right? So that we are forearmed. And so now that you've been warned, you know to keep your eyes open, be extra clear, make sure you lock your doors at your home, make sure your alarm system's on if you have one, that kind of thing. Just, it's calling for extra caution so that this does not happen to you. All right, so that's Sagittarius, hopefully you'll stay with us and hang out for this lunch hour and interact in the comments. And let's move on. And more importantly, Sagittarius, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, let's click that subscribe button and officially be a part of the tribe. All right, so let's move on to Scorpio. Let's get my Scorpio messages. Spirit, let's get some messages on the board for my Scorpios. What does Scorpio have going on today? All right, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. We have the Devil, and Temperance. All right, so right away, right off the bat, Scorpio, when I saw this chocolate cake on the Devil card, which is one of my favorite desserts, and that one actually does look especially scrumptious, but right away when I saw that, I was like, diet. Those of you who may be on a diet or watching your weight or are on an eating plan of some sort, there's going to be temptations of all sort, and you're going to feel a little weaker than you would normally in regards to handling that temptation. And it was so funny, I almost giggled when Temperance came out right behind it, because Temperance is talking about the balance that you need in order to remain faithful to your plan, right? Like, maybe have a taste of something knowing that you can keep in check your desire to just go on and binge on it, right? Like just being careful with things like that. That's strongly coming through, right? Because the Page of Wands in the reverse would indicate someone who's allowing that passion for something that they desire to get out of control. Now, in other areas of life, this could be the same thing, Scorpio, allowing something that you feel passionately about to get the best of you, and really having to rein it in from a from a balance perspective. Okay. And for those of you Scorpios that missed it, I did put out a love reading for you guys. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but you should check out that reading to get more perspective on your love life as far as this matter is concerned as well. Okay. Moving forward, though, with your message, Scorpio, you know, this is talking about also for today's energy, not allowing someone to get the best of you. Like I feel like, uh, you know, and this could be really applicable to a work situation where someone's kind of been on your ass. They've been after you, right? They're coming for you, and it's about, with this Page of Wands in reverse, looking at how just a momentary lapse where you might say something smart or lash out at this person could affect you. It's about keeping balance. And, when this devil comes around the corner and has something to say to you, just being able to take a deep breath before responding. All right. Because the situation could turn into something that it doesn't have to be, and it could turn into something that is negative for you, leads to a negative outcome for you. All right, Scorpio, like I said, there is a love reading out there for you that has just been posted in the last day or two, and I encourage you to take a look at that. But I also encourage you to hang out with us here during this tarot lunchbox and stick with us and engage in the comments. All right. All right. So let's move forward and let's look at Libra. My Libras. Let's get some messages, Spirit, on the board for my lovely Libras. What are they looking at in today's energy for today? I don't know about you guys, but I like to have a little sip of something on my lunch hour, so I'm going to do that now. All right. All right. So, my Libras, what are your messages, Libra? We have the Three of Swords in the reverse, the only way we like to see the Three of Swords. All right, the Six of Cups, as well as the Queen of Cups. All right, lots of emotional energy coming through here for you, Libra. And, with this Queen of Cups and this Three of Swords in the reverse, what I'm getting very strongly here with these two is, the Queen of Cups, she's the master. She has a lot of emotional mastery. And this is speaking to the fact that your emotional mastery has really played a huge role in your ability, especially in your personal life, in your home life, to keep things balanced and in check, right? And to lessen a blow that you may have experienced more recently in your home life. Like you may have experienced it as the Three of Swords, but you've been able to lessen the blow for yourself and for those that you love through your emotional mastery. Okay. If you look at this particular depiction of the Queen of Cups, this is from the Housewives Tarot, and it's obviously depictions of like 1950s style art and advertising. And she's like depicted here as like it's kind of like a domestic goddess thing. She's dressed, you know. She's the queen of her castle. She has that evening cocktail, and maybe she's even preparing that evening cocktail for her mate who's going to walk through the door, right? Like that type of Leave It to Beaver. I don't know if that's the best example, but that era of the American housewife. So you've been able to maintain and be everything to everyone in your own personal environment, and because of that, you know, this lessened the blow of recent difficulties that have come through, right? And so you have kept everything in line. Those around you have been able to maintain emotionally, to some degree, themselves directly because of your influence. And so the tarot here, especially along with the oracle of the day about clearing your past, you know, you your service to those that you love is clearing the path for easier roads ahead. All right. So that is your message for today, Libra. I hope that you will hang out with us and continue to interact with us here in the comments and enjoy our tarot lunchtime together. And Libra, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscription button, Libra. All right. So let's take a look at let's take a look at Virgo. Virgo, let's get some messages on the board, Spirit, for my Virgos. Virgo messages. What do we have for Virgo? All right. All right. So, first message for Virgo is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the King of Cups. Also, we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Virgo, what you got going on, Virgo? All right. Today's energy for you, Virgo. With this Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Cups, and the Five of Swords in the reverse, I feel very strongly, Virgo, that you're in a mindset, or will be by day's end, in a mindset of kind of withdrawing from the interactions or working with others, like where you would normally be expected to work and have involvement of others in a project or something that you're working on. You really just want to do your part by yourself and not at this time gather input from others. You're finding a lot of contention from others in your environment, and you have really kind of reached your boiling point as far as dealing with that. Like, you've been able to deal with some of it with some grace, or with a graceful attitude, but now you're just like, you know what, I'm over it today, and I just want to do this myself, get it done, and submit my part. And really, Virgo, you're not imagining things. There is a lot of contention in your immediate environment, and you do need to uh, be the ruler over how you're dealing with it. And you can see by the look on his face, I'm just seeing like he's fed up, right? There is a warning here. He has like all this alcohol, to not overindulge today, because you may say something that you cannot walk back later, and it'll cause you some type of issue going forward. But it is, as Spirit wants you to know, just fine, as long as you, like, I'm seeing this dress pattern, right? Like, let me see if I can get that to come in clearly. Yeah. The line around here is where you would cut out this dress, right? Like, it's okay for you to cut out just your part of what you're working on, or what you're responsible for and allow others to do it, right? And just kind of reserve your energy because you are going to have to deal again in this contentious environment. So you can't like cut out forever. You can't, take an extended leave. You're going to have to deal with it, but today's okay for you to do your own part and kind of recharge so you can come back another day to deal with that contention. That's your message, Virgo. All right. And Virgo, actually, should have been just moments ago, actually, maybe about 20 minutes ago or so. Your love reading, I just posted it. So um, take a look back at my channel because love reading just went up for you like literally minutes ago. All right, so take a look at that if you want a focused general love reading for yourself. All right, Virgo. All right. All my best to you, Virgo, because it's not easy dealing with all the contentiousness that I'm feeling around you. Like, it's like really, it's thick. It's a lot happening. All right. All right. So, Virgo, I hope you stick with us and hang out today. And at this time, we're going to move on to Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. What you got going on, my Leos? What is happening with you? And what is your energy for today? One more shuffling. All right, Leo, your first message comes by way of the Lovers. Okay. All right, Leo. Next, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the Nine of Swords. Wow. All right. This started out good, Leo, because we have the Lovers. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, meaning, an end could possibly mean an end to singleness in order to be a part of a couple. But then we have this Nine of Swords, which is all types of anxiety and possibly sleepless nights. So I'm looking at a domestic situation here, honestly. I can't spin it any other way. I'm looking at a domestic situation here, Leo, where, you're going to have to get up off of your behind and do something about your current situation because it is, if it hasn't already been in recent days a source of anxiety, it will be becoming one. And it definitely has the potential to do that today, become a source of anxiety for you. So it is necessary that you get up and deal with this, right? And for some of you, I feel like there's something going on in your connection that's causing financial loss for you. So it may be a partner who's maybe expensive or spending or has debt, their own personal debt that's now affecting you. There's something going on here from a financial perspective, or a partner who's spending on things they have no business spending on, you know? So it's causing anxiety, and with all these knives lined up the way they are in every direction, I'm saying and I'm thinking and I'm feeling here that no matter if this situation, if you don't get some controls on this situation, it's going to end up cutting you. All right? There's just no way around it. It's going to end up cutting you. And so it is very important, Leo, that you get that situation under control and that you're able to deal with it. And you can't sit back and watch and hope that this person on their own gains some level of control and starts to do right. You can't sit back. You have to, and I feel like some of you have been like, okay, they're going to get it together and they're going to do what they're supposed to do. No, 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 they're not. Not from what I'm seeing here. They're not. So you're going to have to take action. And I feel like many of you have been anxious about taking action because you feel it's going to have a negative impact on the relationship, to where, things will be said and things will be done that may impact the relationship in a very negative way. But you're going to have to pick what it is that you're willing to deal with. Are you willing to deal with putting the proper, I want to say, safeties in place for your own financial well-being? Or, you know, are you going to, like, what is it? It's either relationship or financial safety. Like, what, it's kind of like that kind of choice. And I feel like today there may be something significant that you either come across or that happens that lets you know in no uncertain terms you got to make a choice. So in your mind right now, Leo, I would make up my mind which side I stand on, you know, because not saying that you definitely have to give up romance or finance. I'm saying that you need to know what side you stand on, because that's the side that you're going to have to act from. All right. Best of luck on that, Leo. It just feels, I could feel the anxiousness there, and it does not feel good. So again, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, and I hope that you make the choice that makes the most sense for you and prepare yourself to make those choices. All right. All right, Leo. I hope that you hang out with us. And I also hope that you hit that subscribe button. That would be lovely. All right. Let us take a look at Cancer, my Cancer collective. Spirit, what messages do we have for my Cancers? What can they look forward today in today's energy? What kind of day is today for them? Oh my goodness. My nose is itchy, itchy, itchy. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to be right back. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you for that, for bearing with me for that interruption. I have some allergies that are really bad, like especially to dust. And I saw this little dusty, um, what do you call it? Little dusty tchotchke, and I think it was tickling my nose there. So I wanted to take care of that. Thank you for that. All right, so we were on Cancer. Cancer, what messages do we have, Spirit, from a beautiful Cancer? Whew, got a jumper or two. I'm not going to use them because I don't normally do that, but I'm going to set them off to the side in case they become relevant to the other cards that show up here. All right. So, Cancer, your first message comes by the Ace of Cups, followed by the Fool in the reverse. And then we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. Cancer. So, here's what I'm getting. Definitely have come a long way in making a choice toward yourself. And this choice is not foolish by far. You thought long and hard about this, how to end the misery that you've recently had in your life, right? Like for a lot of you, this is love, but also in other situations. But definitely I feel in situations regarding people, right? Because and the love that you want to increase in your life and the good feelings with this Ace of Cups. This cup, always has to do with love, but it can also have to do with the other good things, the other blessings in life. So you have made a choice towards blessings, right? And one of the jumper cards that came out here was the Wheel of Fortune. And it's like you have decided to spin that wheel and take your chances on what could come up next that could become one of these blessings, right? So you have really come through a lot emotionally and you've had a lot of mind shifts lately that have gotten you to this point, and you are truly seeing or starting to see some of the impacts of the choices that you've made, especially when we take a look at today's energy, which is talking about stepping into your purpose and opening the road for these things, and you've done the work that has laid or cleared the path for certain roads opening up for you. You've been in the trenches, and when I say you've dug yourself out of the trenches, this was the other jumper that came out for you, the Three of Swords. You've dug yourself out of the trenches and you've done the work on yourself, and it's almost like people haven't been paying attention, but they're about to notice. They're about to notice because this Wheel of Fortune is going to be apparent to everyone, Cancer. All right. And, this, I touched on a lot of this and went a lot deeper on this in your love reading that I just dropped. And I know I did that one yesterday. So you can look on the channel and in the Cancer playlist, and you will find that reading. It was phenomenal, Cancer. It was phenomenal, and it had a lot of guidance in it that I think applies not only to love, but to your life at this time in general. Like, love definitely came out of that message, but it really covered all areas of your life. So I would encourage you, Cancer, to take a look at that reading. It was, if you need a pick me up, especially, that reading will do it for you. I came out of that Cancer reading completely uplifted. Like, it was great energy. All right, Cancer. Like I said, I encourage you to take a look at that love reading. And I thank you for being here today. And I hope that you're subscribed to my channel. Like, let's bring more Cancers into this tribe. All right. I would love to see that. All right. So let's take a look at Gemini now. Gemini. Let's get some messages for Gemini. Lovely Geminis. Spirit, what messages do you have for the Gemini collective? What do they need to know about today's energy? Gemini. What does my Gemini collective need to know about today's energy? Bear with me here. Gemini. All right, Gemini, first message is the Queen of Swords, followed by the King of Swords in the reverse. Oh, Lord. All right, Gemini. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse. All right, Gemini, very clearly here, I'm seeing a failure to follow your intuitive hits, like information and downloads that you get from spirit messages. I'm seeing a failure to follow or listen to those messages because Queen of Swords, you know what you want and nothing's going to change your mind, and you're discounting information coming in from spirit. And something about that is going to lead to a huge argument. Now, this specifically looks like love. We have the King and Queen of Swords, right? It could be a boss. It could be someone in a person with someone who has charge over you, like I said, a boss, someone, a supervisor, something like that. But someone who, the King of Swords isn't, they are usually a person in charge, but they can also, in this case, when we have both the king and the queen here of the same suit, it could be a mate, right? So whether it's masculine, feminine, whoever your mate is, they're embodying this king of swords in the reverse. And that is a horrible energy to come up against. Like, you want to talk about someone cutting you to pieces with their tongue? That king of swords can definitely and will not hesitate to do it. So this is a warning to you, Gemini, that you want to listen to the signs, the symbols, the intuitive messages that you're getting today in order to avoid this type of contentious situation. All right. So this is avoidable, Gemini. That's the good news. However, if you fail to um, take this information in and act on it, you can very well find yourself in this situation today, and it's not going to be a small argument. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be very ugly. All right. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed, Gemini, and that's as simple as this message is for you. It's a direct output of what your day can be like if you choose to ignore urgings from spirit. So, Gemini, of course, we have free will, but from what I'm seeing there, I would consider taking a listen to what spirit has to say. All right. And I know, being a person who operates as an intuitive, how frustrating it can be at times when spirit is saying something that you don't necessarily want to hear, right? So, but it is what it is, and the information's there to guide you, and but spirit can't make you do anything. You have to be the one with the free choice that decides to act on what you're receiving. So, all right, Gemini, I hope you continue to hang out with us here today. All right. All right. So let's move on to Taurus. And for those of you, Taurus, who have already celebrated your birthday, happy birthday. It is Taurus season. And those of you who are celebrating today or in the coming days, I wish you the happiest of birthdays, Taurus. It's your birthday. And what do you guys have going on today in your energy, Taurus? What's today's energy like for my Taurus spirit? Let's get some messages for Taurus on the board. All right. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, as well as the Page of Wands in the reverse. I think there's, two of these cards came out with Sagittarius, and both in the reverse as well. So there may be, you may find that you're interacting with some Sagittarians today, Taurus. If not, I would say that, there's a very Sagittarius-like energy available for you to take advantage of. And what I mean by that is Sagittarius is known to be a sign that loves to inspire. They're very much, they have a wanderlust as far as travel and and life in general, and just getting out and being amongst the people. And so that's an energy that you may be feeling or able to tap into today to help you at this time. But with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, I am getting I'm getting a message of the wait is over. And I'm hearing that very strongly. The wait is over. So if there's something that has had you kind of stuck in a limbo, Taurus, that you've been waiting for something to come through, this energy of the wait is over is very prevalent today. So you may just find that you're hearing word on something that you've been waiting for, right? So keep your eyes and ears open for that, Sagittarius. Um, you don't want to act impulsively today. This is not a day for impulse things. Like I said, there is a very Sagittarian type energy that you can tap into, Taurus. But let's try to avoid the impulsiveness of a Sagittarius. And maybe if you're going to get out and do some things that you don't normally do, make sure that your plans are very well laid out. Okay, so that's how you can bring some groundedness to that Sagittarian type energy, because with this Page of Wands, I think there is the possibility, with it being in the reverse, that you will find that people aren't going to respond well to impulsiveness today, right? You'll find that if you plan on doing something or having an event or doing something, you'll find that people will respond. Even if it's just meeting up with a group of girls or guys to have drinks or something later this evening, you'll find that people are going to respond and show up better if you actually have a plan instead of playing it by ear. So that's the type of energy that you have going on today. And so, again, Taurus, for those of you celebrating your birthdays, I wish you the best. All right. Happy birthday to you. All right. I think I have a love reading. Yeah. I do have a love reading up for you guys too, Sagittarius or Taurus. I have a love reading up for you guys. So make sure you take a look at the playlist on my channel, because your love reading just came out. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but it's up there and you should take a listen. All right. Thank you, Taurus. Let's take a look at Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. As we're starting to wind down, we only have a few more signs and a few minutes to our lunch hour here. So if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you are in the loop and are notified during our next Tarot Lunchbox, and just for all of other readings in general. All right. Let's get some messages, Spirit, on the board for Aries. We have the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, along with the Page of Swords in the reverse. All right. Aries, large and in charge is the energy for you here today with this Hierophant, large and in charge. And with this being a television, an old-fashioned television set, I actually first looked at it and thought it was a radio. So I'll go with that, because that was calling me to tell you, Aries, that, your words will go long and far today. Like, be mindful of what you say. Don't be the Page of Swords in the reverse spouting off at the mouth, Aries. Don't allow things like anger and contention to get the best of you today, because the words that you say will go far, long, and they will be heard loudly. And you don't want a situation where You're trying to do damage control later for a blow up that you have today. Okay? And I'm telling you, with this Hierophant here, the your words are going to broadcast far beyond anything that you think. So do be careful. Do be careful. Don't let someone get the best of you today to where you want to speak irresponsibly or out of pure anger. Just weigh your words before you say them. Take that deep breath. Aries, to be forewarned is definitely to be forearmed. And that energy is coming through very clearly because the opportunity that you might want to take to cut someone with your words today is going to turn around and cut you like a double-edged sword later on. So I want you guys to be mindful of that, okay? Hope that's helped you, Aries, because that energy is coming through extremely strongly for you today. Let's move to Pisces. Spirit, what messages do we have for my Pisces? My Pisces, my beautiful Pisces. Spirit, what would you have them know about their energy today? First message, Pisces comes by way of the Ten of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, along with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so Pisces, Ten of Swords, feels like you've been under some pressure and things have not been going well, but you feel as if you've been stuck in this pressure. And today is a continuation of that stuckness, that feeling of stuckness, right? So you want to know that one of the ways to alleviate that is to act in the Queen of Swords energy, whether you're male or female. Say what you mean and mean what you say. No people pleasing today. No people pleasing today. And not allowing people to step to you in a disrespectful vein, right? You can shut that down without it having to turn into an argument if you use your words wisely. But say what you mean and mean what you say, and you will start to feel that energy subside. Things won't be as hard. There's been a lot of people pleasing going on, Pisces, as far as you're concerned. And that's what's causing a lot of this stuck, harsh energy around you, okay? You need to stand up for what it is that's best for you and say what you mean and mean what you say and not worry about the effects of that. And it doesn't have to be mean when you do that. Queen of Swords in this way is not mean. She's just direct. So that's what it calls for. Just being direct. Direct can be delivered in a way that's just that, not causing an argument and being contentious, just being direct, right? And standing in that. And that's your message, Pisces. That's what you need to know. And I hope that you stick around here for our last few minutes as we wind down our lunch hour. All right. So we're going to go to Aquarius at this point. Aquarius, Spirit. What messages do you have for my lovely Aquarius? What can they look forward to today? Aquarius, Aquarius. Aquarius, your first message comes by way of the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Cups. Wow. Next, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, Aquarius. This is an energy today. I think that if you're looking for work at this time, I wouldn't be surprised if the offer comes through today. Or the offer for an interview comes through today. Like, Aquarius, this is good. For others of you, this has to do with a relationship and an offer of love or being asked on a date, right? But this very strongly, this Ace of Pentacles does feel like an offer. And and the Two of Cups is coming through as a partnership. So I am also seeing very strongly that today is the day that Aquariuses can gain things like work or new contracts or projects that they are pursuing at this time, right? And so with this Eight of Pentacles, the offer comes through with the expectation of hard work. So even in the relationship realm, this offer comes through with the expectation that you are willing to do the work of a relationship, of a true relationship. Um, but for those of you looking for work, this is great because that Eight of Pentacles is definitely talking about steady work in the weeks and months ahead. So bravo to you, Aquarius, because this is a winner chicken dinner kind of day for you. Like that, the potential is there for that winner type of day. All right. And I'm excited to see that because, you know, there's a lot going on out here, as we've seen with some of the other readings for the other signs. And today is a more easy breezy, even if you want to use the term lucky type of day, a fortunate type of day for you, Aquarius. So that is very, very exciting. And I hope that you're able to make the most of that energy today. All right. So Aquarius, best to you. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe at this time. We have one more beautiful collective that's been patiently waiting, and that is Capricorn. So Spirit, let's get a message on the board for my beautifully patient Capricorns. What kind of energy do you have for them today? What can they expect? Capricorns, my beautiful, lovely Capricorns. Capricorn, your first message comes by way of the Ten of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Empress, and then next we have the Two of Wands. All right, you'll feel, because I'm feeling a very quick release of negativity is what I'm seeing like for today. Things may have been rough or challenging over the past days and weeks, and there's like a new energy today about today for you of release of that, where you may have been feeling overwhelmed, overwrought with your responsibilities, and today feels lighter for you is what I'm getting. And because of the hard work that you've been doing, you are also, you know, being looked upon by others with this Empress energy, the expert, the queen of her abode. For those of you who are masculine, the king of your abode. But exuding this Empress energy, like, I think that others who have been looking from the outside in at you, Capricorn, haven't been seeing all of this, what feels like chaos to you. They see this pulled together, able to operate under any situation magnificently, right? With this Two of Wands, it is a good day to set into effect any plans that you have for the future. So today's a good planning day for you, Capricorn, to sit down and kind of document your plans, because I think you'll be able to think in a very linear manner and look at a situation very well and come up with some ideas that you had not previously thought of. So you may even want to revisit some of your plans, your past plans, and see how you can tweak them and make changes and push them forward. With this Empress energy, some of you may be expected to make presentations today, and those presentations will come off flawlessly. So if you've got a presentation this afternoon, you got this, Capricorn. Don't even be nervous about it. Just step forward, and others are going to see you very much in this Empress light. Wow, Capricorn. Good stuff. All right. All right, y'all. I want to thank you for joining me on this Tarot Lunchbox. I look forward to seeing you at future Tarot Lunchboxes. Please comment below and let me know how this served you today and how you would like to see this time serve you again in the future. But I bid you adieu for now. I encourage you to check out your love readings that I've been posting and the playlists on my channel, and have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.